It's the best holiday month of the year, December, leading to the best single holiday, Christmas. Today, December 1st, is Worry Day. 24 days remain to find the best gifts for our loved ones. I start looking for gifts in the summer, but even today I still have gifts to buy. Finding the gift that's the perfect fit is hard, even when we know our loved ones' pet projects and products. Here at The Right Focus, we want to make your life a little easier. Whether you need uncommon gifts, practical gifts, gifts for someone who would never buy that for themselves, even though they really want it. Maybe this episode on writerly gifts can help. Welcome to The Right Focus, a podcast for writers, from newbies to veterans and everyone in between. Our focus is productivity, process, craft, and tools. We're hosted by M.A. Lee with the assistance of Remy Black and Edie Runes, all from Writers Inc. Books. Each episode lasts as long as it takes to fix a quick dinner, drive a short commute, or take a brisk walk. Listen for links to show notes and resources at the end of our broadcast. Now, on to the episode. Before we launch into this week's episode on writerly gifts, we have 4 things to do. First, let's check in with progress for the November Writing Challenge. The goal was to write 50,000 words on a single project. As your host, I'll be honest, that idea of the single project trips me up. I always have 3 projects going, but I did meet the goal of 50,000 words, especially blogs and promo documents, counting all new words. So 50,000 words, check off. Multiple projects completed. Did you accomplish your goal of 50,000 words? Congratulations! If you're an official NaNoWriMo participant, you can print an official certificate. That's meant to be an incentive, like gold stars on a month-long chart. If you're not an official participant, make your own certificate or gold star chart. The point is to celebrate success. Success breeds more success, and incentives that we can look back upon as we aim forward are inspiring and motivational. Did you not succeed at the goal of 50,000 words? Make a certificate anyway. Celebrate what you did accomplish. Did you manage over 40,000 words, over 30,000, over 25,000? You headed in the right direction, and you learned 2 of the greatest lessons for writers. First, disruptions happen. I think we've all seen the more appropriately worded bumper stickers. Second, persistence is key. Set a new goal, take disruptions into account, and keep moving forward. Our second bit of housekeeping has to do with disruptions. December is packed with them, beginning to end, and even into January. This month is busy for everyone. We have social obligations, and we want to finish strong with our writing goals. Here at The Right Focus, we can see something every week that will need 2 or often 3 extra days in preparation and cleanup. And that's not counting Christmas week or New Year's Eve, 2 weeks that are practically lost. So, we here at The Focus have decided to take the remainder of December off. Most podcasters take off a summer month. August is often picked. We're taking December. We'll keep writing. That doesn't need a special setup with quiet and a microphone and an audio editing program. We can write anywhere. We can't podcast or edit the podcast anywhere. We will lessen our stress by having a December vacation from podcasting. Switch your time listening to this podcast to something else writerly, like a smart business plan. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-based. SMART. If you listen to us while driving or walking, instead record your plans and ideas. Fix dinner and record your plans as well. Break out of ruts in the way you do things. Since December disrupts life, don't fall back into the ruts. Break them down, fill them in with new. Record ideas for your current works in project, for future books, set priorities for 2021. Resolutions are rapidly approaching. Hey! We've had 75 episodes this year. That's once a week, plus an episode daily in April. That's our third bit of housekeeping. Series 2 of The Right Focus is celebrating 75 episodes in 2021. We're at 86 total episodes. Before you know it, we'll be zooming toward 100 episodes, and it's all thanks to you, our listeners, growing at a slow and steady pace. Slow and steady wins the race, said the turtle. We love turtles and owls. Can't forget the owls. That's our third bit of business, which brings me on to the fourth and final bit of business before we launch into this episode on writerly gifts. Here it is. We only have a few more days in our gratitude giveaway. Rules are the first 5 listeners who respond between now and December 5th, 2021 will receive a free planner for writers. The Think Pro Planner focuses on daily word counts and projects, planning them, breaking them into workable stages, and persistently pursuing those projects until completed. We need your name and a mailing address. We won't collect your email address or retain any of this information. The gratitude giveaway is our gift to you. Check our website, therightfocus.blogspot.com, for a countdown and the end of our giveaway. Send your mailing address to winkbooks@aol.com. Now, on to this week's episode of Writerly Gifts. Gifts for the holidays shouldn't be the same old, same old. Gifts for writers shouldn't be something a writer will buy for themselves on a regular basis. The gift can be practical, especially if it smooths the actual writing. When practical gifts make our life better in many different ways that we never expected, then we can go ding, 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 ring the bell on a good gift. Sticky notes and binder clips, paper clips and index cards, scissors and tapes, journals, mouse pads, really pretty mouse pads, pretty mice themselves. Or is it pretty mouses themselves? I don't think the computer world ever figured that one out. Anyway, those are the usual desk supplies. If you happen across something odd and rare, and the item itself is odd and rare, if not unique, like a desktop tool that's intriguing rather than interesting, precious rather than quaint, strange rather than weird, then you might want to consider that item as a gift for a writer. Tuck it into their stocking. But I wouldn't. Take a picture and text it to your friend instead so they can buy it for themselves. The same advice goes for special pens. For writers, pens that turn ideas into words become very personal. I love pens. Pretty ones, knacky ones, different colors for each day of the week. I love them. But the pens I use for sketching and roughing out ideas are specific choices. They depend on the feel in my hand, the smoothness of ink flow, and more. Want to give your writer friend a Mont Blanc or a Rotring pen? Try a gift certificate from the pen company. Let them make that decision. Great gifts touch the heart, inspire the soul, motivate the brain, or energize the body. One fault for most writers is not tending to the body. We drive to get words on the page, not steps on the counter. We need to do both. A step counter or a pedometer is a great encouragement for a writer, but I'm not certain I would give that as a gift. The writer might think you are nagging them to exercise. The on-wrist pedometer are mostly fashion statements. Here's another question. Is it steps that matter or time spent moving? So, let's narrow our gifts to items that touch the heart, inspire the soul, and motivate the brain. First, consider if the writer in question has a writing space. If that space is not dominated by a corkboard or a whiteboard or a calendar or a Kanban board, you can give them an inspiring artwork or an art photo canvas. A writer doing writerly things. In my writing nest, my artwork is photo frames of my covers. Speaking of covers, that is a great writerly gift for someone pursuing self-publication. A great cover will make the manuscript stand out in the online catalog of other books. Cover cost can often daunt many a new writer. Offer to pay a portion or all of the cover cost, either from their finished manuscript or as inspiration for them to finish that manuscript. Having covers made always inspires me to finish. Type it out, specifying the amount you'll pay, sign it, and put it in one of those money gift holders. Do your research on Google and find 3 or 4 cover designers you would contract with. Or take one of their published cover images and turn it into a poster. Use a printing company, online, or where you are. Get a lightweight frame, and the poster can go anywhere in their writing space. You are supporting their dreams, their goals, and that means so much to a writer especially since so much of a writer's life is solitary. That's a touch-the-heart gift. To inspire a writer's soul, send them on a writer's retreat, or even just a 3-day writing getaway. Retreats give writers focused, independent time for writing, as well as communal commiseration. Some retreats offer critique time, as well as one-on-one instruction from a published writer. A simple 3-day writing getaway allows the writer to control their own time for 2 solid days without friends and family and chores and jobs pulling away their attention. The most valuable gift to any writer is writing time, not distracted, not disrupted. It's not a vacation. It's time for pure creativity. Don't be surprised when a writer returns from a getaway brain-tired. The ideas have poured out and left them sucked dry. A getaway or a retreat is something a writer won't usually pay for on their own, even though they may dream about it. We're down to motivating the brain. The best way I've found to motivate my writing brain is to take an online class from focused writers, especially those who are multi-published for several years, not people who teach based on 1 book or 3 books or 10 books. I'm talking people who have published 25 books or more. Most online courses are available anytime, and you retain access months and years after paying for the course. Some courses are updated, some remain static. 2 separate entities that I've encountered that follow the above standards are WMG Publishing with Dean Wesley Smith and Christine Catherine Rush, and Mark Dawson's Self-Publishing for Authors. No, I get nothing for promoting these. No affiliate links, nothing. I'm promoting them because they are great. Both WMG Publishing and Self-Publishing for Authors are available through Teachable. We're talking money here. A lecture series by Dean Wesley Smith often runs about $300, which is less than the cost of a cover. The benefit of such an online course is the ability to re-watch months later. I guarantee new information will be learned with every re-watching. So, there's gift ideas for writers, for the writer's heart, for the writer's soul, and for the writer's mind. Would I want these gifted to me? Yes, but I usually buy them for myself. The gifts I do unwrap for my loved ones are always something special for me, and I love them. And that's all any gift should be, something for someone, and given and received with love. Our next episode is the first Wednesday of the new year, January 5th, 2022. We'll begin with writers' resolutions, talk about our writers' plans for 2022, and return to our weekly podcast. We'll then launch into preparing a manuscript for publication, revision, enhancements, formatting, covers, and publish and promos. Don't forget us while we're taking December off. Inspiration for this week comes from Johann Wolfgang Goethe. He said, "Whatever you can do or dream you can do, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it." Thanks for listening to The Right Focus, a podcast for writers at all levels, hosted by M.A. Lee with the assistance of Remy Black and Edie Rooms, all from Writers Inc. Books. Our focus is productivity, process, craft, and tools. Show notes and resource links for these and other episodes are at therightfocus.blogspot.com. Our music is licensed through Audio Jungle. It's called Background Music Logo, created by Alexander Polishchuk, known on Audio Jungle as Plastic 3. The music comes in 5 different iterations. Write to us at winkbooks@aol.com if you have speculations, comments, or questions. When you find value in our content, share with your writing friends or write a review. We're small beans here. We don't have the advertising budget of the big peeps, and you can make a